FIFA made a bet. The biggest, greediest, most expensive bet in the history of the sport. 48 teams, 104 matches, 3 countries, premium pricing slapped on everything that moved. Underneath all of it sat one enormous assumption that America would show up and print money. Then the fans didn't come, the hotels sat half empty, and flights started dropping. The one man FIFA needed nowhere near this tournament ended up right in the middle of it. The man who promised years ago he wouldn't even be in office when it arrived walked straight into the center of the entire World Cup conversation. This is the story of how Donald Trump became FIFA's biggest World Cup problem. But here's the part the headlines keep missing. Trump didn't create this mess. He simply exposed it because FIFA built a machine requiring everything to go perfectly, then handed the keys to the most chaotic political environment on Earth. So let's go through it because the numbers are genuinely bad. The fan invasion everyone was promised is simply not happening. The CEO of the Hotel Association of New York City reportedly called it an overall disappointment. The association then cut its expected World Cup revenue forecast by 60%. Initial expectations were around 1.2 million fans arriving in New York City. The new estimate is reportedly much closer to 500,000. The New York Hilton Midtown reportedly slashed its December advertised price by roughly half. Prices dropped to around $415 a night. Hotels do not cut prices in half when demand is exploding. A once-in-a-generation event is supposed to sell itself. Hotel bookings across host cities are reportedly up just 0.5%. Flights from Europe to United States host cities are reportedly down around 3.8%. New York, the city hosting the final, reportedly saw flights drop 15.8%. A World Cup should be a tidal wave of people. Instead, this looks more like a slow leak. That brings us directly to the trigger. FIFA wanted the American market, but American money comes with American politics attached. FIFA inherited every bit of that reality. Trump's travel ban system reportedly restricts access from around 40 countries. The continent hit hardest is Africa, with a record-breaking 10 teams participating. 10 nations whose fans are now looking at a host country that may not let them in. Fans from Iraq have reportedly struggled to use consular links with the United States. Supporters in Scotland reportedly watched approved ESTA authorizations flip back to pending. Some changes reportedly happened only days before they were due to travel. FIFA's answer was that it could not overrule national immigration decisions. Reuters reported that statement from FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Technically true, but also a confession of a deeper problem. If a tournament depends on the whole planet traveling to one country, and you cannot guarantee the planet can actually get in, that is not a small operational footnote. That is a hole in the foundation. But Trump is the easy villain here. FIFA is the real one, because FIFA chose this situation. FIFA promoted 2026 as the biggest World Cup ever. Around 6.5 million fans were expected to attend. Then FIFA priced it like a luxury product instead of a people's tournament, like a Super Bowl, a Vegas fight night, and a billionaire convention combined. They used dynamic pricing on tickets, the same model used by airlines and concert promoters. The cost rises automatically with demand. FIFA argues this approach optimizes revenue and attendance. Translation: charge whatever the market will bear. Then they acted shocked when ordinary fans stayed home. The people who create atmosphere and fill stadiums looked at prices and walked away. This connects directly to the most humiliating image of the tournament: empty seats. For Trump, empty seats are embarrassing, a bad photo, and a political headache. For FIFA, empty seats are terrifying. They expose the entire business model. The Associated Press reported FIFA blamed visible empty seats on fans in concourses. The report also noted criticism over high prices. Many games still had tickets available right before kickoff. Read that again carefully. The most in-demand event on the planet still had unsold tickets. You cannot price out working fans and oversell the hype. Then act surprised when cameras show rows of empty plastic seats. That is not Trump's fault. That is the bet FIFA made coming due. The atmosphere tells the same story. There is reportedly almost no buzz and very little build-up. One New York resident reportedly said he mostly spotted Morocco fans. Not much else appeared visible around the city. The United States flag was reportedly booed before the opening game in Mexico City. A sign of how America's image is landing globally right now. Then came the smallest yet most telling moment. USMNT captain Tim Ream reportedly refused to acknowledge Trump during a phone call. Trump told the team they had a good chance of going all the way. The coach reportedly said thank you. Ream reportedly did not lift his head, nod, or engage. Even the captain of the host nation looked uncomfortable. When your own star player cannot fake a smile, the vibe problem becomes impossible to ignore. Now compare that to another approach in New York. Zoran Mamdani reportedly created a lottery system for ordinary New Yorkers. The idea was to give people access to cheaper World Cup tickets. a radical concept that local residents should actually attend matches in their city, not just billionaires and corporate guests. That contrast summarizes the entire argument. FIFA built a World Cup for people who can spend thousands. Mamdani built a pathway for everyone else. Guess which approach fills a stadium? So where does this all land? FIFA sold the dream. Trump made that dream harder to reach. The fans are paying the price twice, once at the ticket window, and once again at the border. FIFA is now trapped exactly where it never wanted to be, between a president it cannot control and a fan base it already priced out, defending empty seats with explanations about concourses, while the biggest and most expensive World Cup ever struggles to fill rooms, struggles to fill flights, and struggles to fill stadiums. FIFA wanted America to print money. Instead, America handed FIFA a mirror. The reflection showed a tournament that confused expensive with special. Only now is FIFA discovering the difference. So what do you think? Is this Trump's disaster or FIFA's? From where I'm sitting, Trump is just the spark. FIFA built the thing that was always going to burn. Drop your take in the comments. I read every one. A like genuinely helps more than you'd think. Subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that names the real villain, instead of always choosing the easy one. Football at this scale is never just a tournament. It is a moment in time, and this one is showing us exactly who built it.